Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Fighter Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to protect them. We can use some air support. Strider 1, the current line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, Martha.
It's real funny.
Half the enemy's already down. LR SSP's really something.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Bandit has launched missile. Strider 1, missile inbound. Launch it! Bandit, on your tail! Roger, the hard move is secured. The Uzi and Big Dog clear the way.
I know the feeling.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. On your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 to meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Taking some enemy.
Strider 1, enemy on your 6. Let me slide in on that tail.
They have a lock on you. Shake them. They shut down.
Strider 3, launching missile.
Break! Drop these guys before somebody lights a fire under our asses. Taking some enemy. I'm on his back.
Locked on. Go down.
Missile inbound. Evade.
SAM site destroyed.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile and your history. We're evenly matched. It'll be a grind. Enemy is split.
Target eliminated. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Conditions will change. This battle is ugly.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Push in. Roger.
UAV deployed.
Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
3 strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side. Come on, dodge that missile!
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait. Our missions are no walk in the park. Protect those ships.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. How many did we lose? UAV deployed. Evade that missile. This one's wide open. What do you mean retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Sink every last one of the enemy ships.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces coming near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses. Roger that.
Don't let down your guard. The enemy will fight to the very end.
Finish them! That area's all yours, Strider. Back up one squadron to the southern bridge.
Target eliminated.
Heads up, enemy on your six.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. In gun range. Anti-air gun eliminated.
Over half our forces are neutralized! Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They mostly fall into the enemy's air support.
You really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile inbound, I can't get away. Fire your next missile. Punch a giant hole in that enemy ship.
Strider 1, destroyed.
Missile away, bon voyage.
Broadcaster, this is Mate 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Thanks, ORS. Let's see what we can do. Take it from here. Enemy striking back with everything they've got.
Target is down.
Show them how Osea fights this battle.
In position behind bandits.
In gun range. Missile launched.
We're gonna make it through this. Just a little further in this sprint than we are. Support team, open fire.
Don't let them through! Attacking from behind my target.
Your air support considered. Last resistance from the Emergent Army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
The enemy is worn out. This is our chance.
You did really well out there. Which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
This is the best I've got for you. But if you want one, come back in one piece.
Missile. Missile.
Missile away. Bon voyage.
Missile.
Here's the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the plane. We've lost half our men? Where was the reinforcement?
Attacking from behind my target.
Missile.
Backup is coming. They're defending HQ.
Lock on. Good night.
destroyed. Well done.
I'm holding Hunter 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Change firing data. Azimuth 2870, elevation 37. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger.
It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble. You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
And impact! Tucker 2-4. Don't leave you on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support. This is Base 1. Verbunti reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes. Give them a wave.
You're low on special weapons.
Missile. Missile.
This hit.
Not bad, not bad.
Missile. Missile.
3 minutes remaining.
Caution.
Target eliminated.
Caution. Missile.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Strider 3. Missile in the air. Evade.
Missile.
In position behind bandit. Breaking off.
Caution. Pull up.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Strider 1, watch your tail. We gotta think of a way out of this predicament.
They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge.
Strider 1. Target acquired.
Wiseman, evade that missile!
Missile.
I'm on my target.
2 minutes remaining.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Enemy is split.
Caution. Missile.
Strider 1. Missile. Target hit.
Let's teach a lesson to those arrogant OCM bastards.
Missile.
Enemy missile coming at me. Breaking. Strider 1 has destroyed the target.
Missile.
Enemy behind you. Cross the cover.
Missile inbound, evade!
Hey, Commander, down! Sector 6, you've got a bandit.
Missile.
We can still get that one. Keep up.
Missile fire. Evading.
Strider 1. Fox 2. 1 minute remaining.
Strider 3, Fox 2. Get away from that missile!
Enemy dodged. Continue the attack.
Let me slide in on that tail.
Striker 1, I'm hit.
We're slowly has the upper hand. Time to battle in our favor.
Missile.
Locked on.
Ship's building.
30 seconds remaining.
Attack did not hit.
Missile.
Ground target destroyed.
Breaking
Ammunition
away.
reserve.
Missile moving on me.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Ready? Fire! We've got the crew to give us air support.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Back left. Lower your nose. You're too high.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
Reduce altitude. Right between the buildings.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
Missile.
This should prove to be fun.
Missile.
What do you mean?
Missile.
It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Taking fire. Don't go out of the boat. Try to love on each target.
Missile. Missile.
One ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Enemy's got a lock.
Ship 5 is hit. This one's mine.
Sorry, I gotta bail out. You did well.
Damn. These latches fly like champions.
Looks like they're on our tail.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No. Who are these guys? I'm hit!
Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay. Cyclops 4, evasive maneuvers, missile! Not bad. They're as good as everyone says. Although their teamwork is somewhat lacking.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
So long before our forces are routed.
Stall warning.
Bandit fire missile.
UAV deployed.
Calling our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Box 2!
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Alright, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up, right? I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
Target acquired. down.
Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead.
Wiseman!
Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
Duty is yours.
That's impossible.
Do it.
Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Look, Count. These guys are way out of my league. I can't even get close to them.
Target hit, target hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger.
Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD's
Damn it.
crashing out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out.
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti is now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them, so Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.